Hello everyone, and welcome to Apex Legends. In this video, I'm going to be discussing about Valkyrie and the changes she received at the ending of Split 1 Season 22, and why I think you should be using her as her main. Now, before Split 1, I didn't even look at Valkyrie. She was by far my bottom, and then she got all these buffs and changes, so I got her, and now she's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. And in this video, I'm going to try to make her your favorite too, and the least you can do for me is please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's get you some Apex Legends. Over the time between Split 1 and Split 2 of Season 22, Valkyrie received a 1.5% pick rate to an 8.0% pick rate. Now, a couple weeks has been in the new split, and she has dropped down to a 5.4% pick rate, but she is the 5th overall legend picked. And I'm going to be talking about how she went from one of the bottom legends to one of the top legends. One of the most major changes and one of the first changes that people recognized was the skirmisher to recon class. Valkyrie moving to recon class allowed her to scan survey beacons and know when her enemies arrived, and when you're aiming, it highlights your enemies, allowing you to be able to hit snipes, shots, easier to tell where your enemies are and what their next move would be. Valkyrie's tactical allows her to fire missiles up in the air, which comes down landing on enemies. Don't get me wrong, it's hard to control, but if you can hit this, then it does 25 damage to your enemies, plus slows them down. The stun duration increased 50% between Split 1 and 2, so if they were stunned for 2.5 seconds, now they're stunned for 5 seconds. The explosion radius increased 20%, so if you just barely miss, it might still hit them. They increased the exploding of the rockets. The minimum attack range reduced down 25%, which is huge. For those people who are in those close fights or in those like mid-range that are like coming close, like 10 meters, now her missiles are able to come down much closer to her, allowing you to use it as a threat in those close range fights. Her missile travel went down 4.5 seconds to 4 seconds, which doesn't do a lot of crazy things, but it does allow you to find cover 0.5 seconds faster. Her missile increase went to 25, from 18. Now, before it shot 18 rockets, now she was 25. Should be self-explanatory, does more damage, does more stun, is just a better tactical now. And which was a weird thing for Valkyrie is once you held down your tactical button, you cannot let go of it. If you let go, it triggered the attack and you had to use it once you press that tactical. Now they allowed her, if she punches while she's using her tactical, it cancels it. And that is huge for in those fights in the end game when you're trying to save your tactical and you're going to use it and then you decide not to at the last second. You can just throw a quick punch or a kick and then you are able to stop yourself from wasting that tactical in those crucial end game situations. Now we're going to talk about Valkyrie's upgrades. Her first upgrade gives you a choice. Her level 2 upgrade, which is blue armor, gives you a choice between afterburners, which increases her ult launch coverage by 15%. So it makes it higher, but compared to her other option, I don't see it being very useful. The other option is full coverage, which reduces her attack cooldown by 5.5 seconds, and her missiles between 4x3 to 3x5. So it makes it more wider, less deeper, less length, but more wider, and it's a bigger increase. It gives you that extra few missiles, and also you get that 5.5 seconds less attack cooldown. I think that is much better than the afterburners, which gives you that 15% ult launch. But if you like that, if you want to get that extra little boost when you're using her ult, you very well can. Now, her level 3 purple armor upgrades, these ones I tend to differ. Some games I go one way, some games I go the other, depending on how I feel. One is a hugely solo based and able to keep her in the air for longer. The other is huge for scanning enemies with her ult. However, you may be only able to use it once because the big thing is for endgame when you're using that and you're able to see all the enemies, but your ultimate will not come back in endgame after that. So it's a one-time use, but it can be very, very, very useful, and I've used it many times in successful sessions. Her first option is full tank, which increases her fuel by 25% and reduces her delay by 50%, which is huge. Absolutely massive. Allows her to stay in the sky for a long time and reduces that delay so that when she's not flying, it's able to increase much faster. Now, her second upgrade is Eyes in the Sky. So it shows you enemies seen through walls, and it reveals enemies 40 plus meters. It ignores line of sight and allows you to see through walls. That is huge, and that is one of her new upgrades in this session between Split 1 and Split 2. And I think it's very important that's a crucial decision you have to pick. Would you rather be up in the air for longer and be able to fly more, or will you be able to use it once or twice in a game, but able to see where all your enemies are around you, and in that situation about like 200 meters around you, all in that circle, and giving you and your allies that advantage? It's up to you. That's a very difficult choice. I sometimes, in like endgame situations, I'll pick Eyes in the Sky, but like if the game just started and I got purple, I'll probably pick Full Tank just because it's more durable and I can use it in those close range fights. So yeah, that is Valkyrie, and if I did not encourage you to use her, she is crazy and amazing for those close range fights and able to gain those high ground. However, you need to know how to use her and when to use her passive. Her passive allows her to fly, but also makes her very vulnerable, and you can't really find cover in the air. Plus, if you do find cover, you're not going to be able to stay there for very long. So being able to quickly fly up to a roof of a building, let go of the jetpacks, and shoot, because when you're in the jetpacks, you can't shoot, obviously. That'd be just insanely overpowered. But it would also be very hard to control, I think. But that's not the option in this case. So when you're using her, just make sure that you find that coverage and you do not stay in that tactical, because you can hold the tactical for a long time and aim it better and try to make that more accurate shot. However, that may be your downfall, staying in that open spot for too long. And plus it takes an extra like 2 seconds to actually fire the missiles. And you do not want to go behind cover while the missiles are firing, because they'll just hit that bush or wall in front of you and then blow you up and stun you and do damage to you, giving your enemies that advantage that they don't know they have and give you that massive disadvantage. So I highly suggest you use her and try her out just for her jetpack and her fun sake. She is one of the most fun legends I've ever played, and she is insane at getting those quick kills and able to get those quick squad wipes and leaving battles and rotating. She's huge for rotating, and I think you should give her a shot. Now I got some Valkyrie clips for you here. If you do like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It means so much. Thank you all very much for watching. Now, this next video coming up, I just added it here because I thought it was hilarious. I just heard it for the first time. I don't know how long it's been in the game, and I don't know how long it's like been a thing for, but I was just playing, I got a kill, I got a squad wipe, and then all of a sudden I hear this.
10 seconds, and I'm close to the ring.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered. What will I do?
Take them all down myself, apparently.
So yeah, I don't know how long that's been in the game for, but I just found that absolutely hilarious. And like, it was an intense end game situation. There was somebody on that area, and that just like made me completely lose it. And I ended up losing that game because I was just thinking like, what the heck was that? Did she seriously just make that? So yeah, but anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, and everyone enjoy this long weekend and enjoy the last 20 days of Split 2. I'll see you all again later, and enjoy the rest of these Apex Legends clips. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.
45 seconds and rings far. Fire up the afterburners and move. Talion bandit out there. Opening fire. Reloading. Fox 3, visual clear, good tone.
Fastest through here. We'll know.
Eat a thermite grenade.
Let's go here.
We're not alone, squad. Got a bogey. Wings up.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Splash one.